With temperatures dropping and the season quickly changing, we're taking time to reflect on what we've done well this year and what changes we'd like to make for next year. Homesteading is full of systems and routines, but it's also a game of transformation. We strive to get a little better at what we do each year, and this persistence has really started to pay off. Our freezers and our pantry are starting to fill up, which gives us a lot of hope and confidence heading into winter with our family of 6. This year we committed to no longer buying meat from the grocery store. To accomplish this, we've raised lamb, pigs, and chickens to keep our family food supply stocked. This week we set out to further stock our pantry by canning some salsa. We also brought the last of our pigs in for processing. Both of these things are milestones that only come at the end of summer.
I don't know if you can hear the wind, super windy. It's 57 degrees in Michigan today. Finally starting to feel like fall. We actually started our first fire in the wood stove this morning and we don't have nearly enough wood for the season. So I'm headed to get the tractor right now. I'm gonna take some logs down from the pile and we're gonna get them cut up.
There she is, look at that beauty. For our family, chopping wood isn't optional. It's how we heat the house all winter long. The truth is, we almost always fall behind on it. Between animals, the garden, and everything else that comes with running a homestead, firewood is just one of those things we think we'll get ahead on, but we usually don't. Still, it's the kind of job that has to get done. When the first cold nights hit, you're either glad you put in the work or wishing you had.
All right, that wasn't much, but it was a good chunk of wood for the day. Trying to just do little by little, and we'll probably do a full weekend coming up here. It's what, September 4th, September 5th? Pretty early to start burning wood, but I'm a little worried that we've already started going through it. So I'm checking in on our chicken feeder here and it's looking like there's still some food in there, but I definitely want to add some food to it. A couple months in and I still stand by this thing because it feels like there's next to no maintenance on the chickens now other than adding some food to this every few weeks and giving them water daily. Checking in on the maggot bucket that we made last week. I see a lot of flies around it. I don't see maggots yet. We did have a big temperature drop, so I suspect that's the reason for that. The chickens are over there eagerly waiting. So we got a comment on our last video essentially saying that letting our chickens eat maggots was certainly going to give them salmonella. And I thought that was a really good opportunity to talk about salmonella and the bad rep that chickens get for carrying it. Here's the thing. Salmonella isn't automatically in chickens, nor is it automatically in maggots. The only way that chickens or maggots could possibly carry salmonella is by being exposed to it. Now in a factory farm where tens of thousands of chickens are being raised and bred on their own waste day in and day out, they're feeding in their manure, they're sleeping in their manure, that is a perfect environment for salmonella to breed and spread. When you practice rotational grazing like we do, bi-weekly moving these chickens around to fresh grass, they have clean airflow, they have sunlight every day. Those aren't conditions where salmonella is commonly found. Is the risk zero? No. But I would feel 100% more confident if our chicken was a little bit undercooked with pasture-raised chicken that we raise at home than I would having undercooked chicken from the store.
Jen, let's see what you made. Wow, this one's all purple. A little bit purple, a little bit silver.
Said Little Bear. But I brought you a lantern, said Big Bear. Only a teeny weeny one, said Little Bear.
Last night, Cameron was up until 2 a.m. canning all of the salsa. We've made about 3.5 gallons of salsa-ish, and it turned out so good.
This is as good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many when the old one's gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun.
We're headed over to harvest what's left of our corn right now. The beetles kind of destroyed it this year, so we're gonna see how that's looking. But we gotta get our potatoes out of the ground too.
From within. Today and not tomorrow, there's no time to borrow. Today this morning has a clearer light as any, to see the horizon in the far. Excuses were 2 for a penny, but they've all gone out the window of this car. And when
Indy, you want to grab that tray for me? So we have some broccoli we have to put in the ground today. I actually totally forgot that I planted broccoli, but if you remember when I started the seeds and put them under the grow lights probably a month ago, I was thinking I just planted cabbage, and that's why I just put those in the ground last week, but I remember there's also broccoli in the tray, so we have to get that in the ground. See these rows I made here? And put all that around it. And Jet, you put that one right here probably. There you go. I am headed right now for the last time to borrow a truck. Tomorrow morning we're bringing the pigs to the butcher. It's been a whole different experience this time. I've been in touch with the butcher all day, so that's been really nice. I feel pretty confident that they're actually going to be in our freezer soon. You want to go this way? What food? What food? 4. Holy, look at you go. Well, if we'd have known it was that easy.
Packed in under 3 seconds, and it took us 4 hours to get them in to butcher last time. Learn something new every day, don't you?
First thing in the morning, it is butcher morning. We got the pigs all loaded up in this trailer here. I'm just hooking the trailer up now, and we are headed off to the butcher. I gotta grab some coffee too. Well, I woke up at 7 this morning, got the pigs loaded in the truck, got the truck hooked up to the trailer, and it's only 7:27, so I feel pretty good about that.
Our life may seem simple from the outside, but it holds a quiet depth. Each season leaves its mark, shaping not just the land, but us as well. As summer gives way to fall, we carry the warmth of what we've built so far and prepare for what's ahead, grateful for the rhythm that ties our family to this place. The last of our pigs for the year are officially in for processing, so I'm headed right now to roll up and store all of the fencing that we've been using for the last 1.5 years. Every couple weeks we move the pigs to fresh grass. You get a lot healthier animal that way, and those nutrients ultimately pass on to us. It's really weird not having that chore to do right now. Like I said, for over a year we've been feeding them every day, rotating them every couple weeks, so it's a little less work on our plate going into the cold season. We're very blessed, very fortunate, and excited to have 40 or 50 meals to add to our freezer next week. There's definitely something kind of bittersweet about it, because when you have an animal for that long, even though it is ultimately intended for food, you do get a little bit attached, and pigs are pretty smart animals. They were kind of like dogs. They followed us around, came when they were called, but that's a part of life. And our whole family, we feel very fortunate to be able to really get to know and appreciate the animals that ultimately feed us for the winter. Another thing it really reminds us of this time of year, after all the work and all the hours that we put in the spring and summertime, we are headed into a season of rest, somewhat. It's a good time of year for us to really reflect on what went well this year, what didn't go well, and what we want to do different next year. And that's what we've been doing. Brianna and I were putting together some goals for next year, and we really have some exciting stuff coming up that we're excited to share with you.